Hello everyone, I'm Modwayne Elleron, and as you may have noticed, Tom is busy with whatever the hell he's busy with, and he is leaving us looking at his channel and praying that there will finally come some content. And luckily, people have stood up, so content did come. Not so much from Tom, but yes, there was content. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I should contribute a little bit. And I'm going to go back to the beginning of Tom Sequitur's YouTube thingy. And he had this great weekly award show that we haven't seen for a while. And I thought, you know what? I could give it a shot. I will try to make an award show with 3 feminists, or maybe feminists, or maybe not feminists, but they try to push feminism or a feminist agenda, and let's see how it goes. This is not how I normally do my things, so yes, this is also me trying to shill me. Look, I'm here. And I've got a lot of stuff, so yeah, check me out sometimes if you want. If you don't, hey, that's okay too. Anyway, enjoy. Let's start.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is not how normal people usually say hello, but apparently she thought this was a way to say hello, so he just left it in. Well, maybe I shouldn't have. I mean, I have cats doing that.
Okay, let's begin this video. Hello, everyone.
Now, why didn't you just start like that? Hello.
I just realized that this is the first time that you actually hear me talk on this channel, so, you know, welcome to my voice, my talking voice. Today, I don't know, today I wanted to talk about something that I'm really passionate about and that I think is really important. And I actually tried to make this video once, but girl, that was too messy. This is take 2. Action. Okay. So I'm gonna talk about kind of my experience with feminism and what my perception of feminism is, because I think that is really important to have a lot of insights to that subject.
Well, I would like to say that I'm very curious at what your insights in the subject are, because yes, feminism is a very important thing to talk about. It's brilliant how it claims to be for equality, but doesn't really want equality. It's brilliant how it seems to think that they're there for the safety of women and then keep telling lies about how unsafe women are. I mean, you gotta love the... Clementine Ford lately said the 1 in 3 rape number in the Western world. 1 in 3! And you're being a feminist because you want to make women safe? It's more like 1 in 2,000. And don't get me wrong, 1 in 2,000 is still a huge problem. But why do they have to lie? You probably have issues with that too, right?
So I'm gonna tell 2 little stories and then I'm gonna continue on that.
I can't wait. Well, I can, I know. I'm just being sarcastic. I'm sorry.
So the first one is that for the past 4 months or something, I've had a little crush, like not really a little crush, a little big crush on someone, and I'm not really in love with him anymore because, you know, it didn't work out. He doesn't like me. So, you know, that's that. But yeah, I had a little crush on him. And I started to realize that everything I did, everything I wore, the way I acted, it was all out of interest for him. I was so consumed with him, and I started apologizing to him for things that I shouldn't even be apologizing for. I kind of hurt his feelings once, I guess, but it wasn't really that bad. And I started apologizing for it while I should not have apologized.
What? You apologize to him because you hurt his feelings? But you shouldn't apologize to him because you didn't have to apologize to him. You only hurt his feelings? Am I getting this right? Now, if you unintentionally hurt someone's feelings, it's still polite to say, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. But I think the attitude that you hurt his feelings and then you feel that you shouldn't have said sorry anyway, might have something to do why the dude is like, yeah, not gonna happen. Maybe. You think? I think.
And my friends started being like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It was a really intense experience, and I've never felt like that before. Not that in love or something, because I have been much more in love than I was with this guy, but just the feeling of I need to do everything just so that he would like me. And now I think, wow, it's like so stupid that I try to change myself and I try to change the way I acted, because a lot of people said like, you're kind of intimidating because you're super wild and crazy and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, maybe I am intimidating, maybe I seem like a lot of work to a lot of people, while I'm not. I'm just a girl, and I just want a bit of love, and that's literally it. I'm 16 years old and I just want a boyfriend.
Okay, I let you ramble on for a while, mostly because it's impossible to cut within your cuts, so to speak. It's difficult to put a marker where I want it. But did you hear yourself ramble on? I mean, you hurt the feelings of a boy you claim you were in love with, but he didn't answer your love. And this is unfair because you're only a 16-year-old girl and you want a boyfriend too, and you want some love. And somehow this all ties in with feminism. How?
You know, people think that I'm really intimidating, and so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna change myself, and then yeah, I was just turning into this person who was kind of like shy and stupid around this guy, and that made me wonder, if I did that, then probably a lot of women did that just to please the men in their lives, and that is really sad. And I'm sure that a lot of women have gone through stuff like that.
As have boys. This is what happens when people are in love. They start acting, behaving like raving lunatics. And they have these goggles on, and the one they love can do absolutely no wrong, and the one that tells them that their loved one is doing something wrong must be the evil whatever. You're saying nothing new. Come on, you're 16 years old. I know you don't know this stuff yet. But this is normal. It happened to all of us. Nothing to do with men, nothing to do with women. This is biology. We're fucked like that. I mean, out of all the animals in the world, humans are least susceptible to their hormones. But they still hit us pretty hard as well. And what you're describing is the way hormones hit you. And it did it to everyone. You know, I have the feeling you're a little bit entitled because you feel that it shouldn't, because feminism, and I'm going to leave it at that because yes, okay, so you had a boyfriend, yes, okay, you didn't have a boyfriend, and okay, people think you're bossy, and you try to change that, and from being bossy you went to insecure. You know what? You're at the age of basically biological roller coaster rides. I'm sorry, this is your age. I'm not dismissing it in any way, don't get me wrong, but get used to it. It will get better. And no, feminism isn't going to do anything for you. And I know that later on in your movie you're going to say how you're not a feminist, but yeah, you're going to say that after you said you are. Well done. Um, you do deserve an award though, because everyone deserves an award, and the award I'm going to give you is blinders, because you seem to be very blind to what goes on around you. You just very me. So these awards will help you focus on you. No, wait a second, maybe I shouldn't give you blinders, maybe I should give you the opposite. Maybe I should give you something so that you could actually see. You know what? I'm going to give you binoculars. Yes, you're going to be the first one who I'm going to give the prize of looking ahead. I know these are not the prizes Tom usually gave, but you got yourself a set of binoculars. Woohoo!
While I don't think men really change themselves, they're like, take me for what I am.
Yeah, Thanks for showing once again that you don't really see a lot of things. Men don't just go take me for what I am. Men have insecurities too. They deal with them differently. I won't say better, I won't say worse, I will say differently. Anyway, your movie continues on how you're not a feminist, yet you feel you're pretty much entitled. No, you don't go on saying you feel entitled, but your movie kind of proves you do feel entitled. So I'm just going to leave it at this. I gave you the binocular of sight. Use it sometimes, maybe. Please? Now, if this were one of my movies, then this would be the end of it, because I usually only debunk or argue or respond to one feminist. But this was Tom's thing, and he did have three, and I've got three now too. So here's the second one. Are you ready for this?
Hello.
Well, it's a better opening than that cat video a moment ago. Hello, I think. Not the most friendly ways of saying hello. I mean, you could have said, and it would have. I'm sorry. That is not nice of me. Anyway, hi there. I'm Modwin Alaron. Who are you?
I'm Kennedy. I am a 16-year-old feminist from Canada. I am non-binary. I use they/them pronouns, but use whatever pronouns you feel like using for me, because I stopped caring, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of people who care about the whole binary bullshit, gender binary and pronouns. There's he, there's she. Pick one. I agree with you. It's bullshit to continue on that. I mean, yeah.
What else? I'm bisexual. That's cool, I guess. Like, whoever the fuck you want. But, like, I hate when, like, my definition of bisexuality also includes people that are transgender. Like, don't exclude that. Like, I don't understand, like, if you're bisexual and they identify as a male or they identify as a female, whatever. Anyway, I guess you could call me, just say I'm whatever sexuality. I don't care. Oh my god.
Yeah, I tend not to care about the sexuality of a person unless I'm romantically involved with them. So I'm not quite sure why you shared this all with us. And did you trigger yourself in that? Because it did seem like you were getting slightly flustered, and I'm kind of curious why.
I'm nervous. This is my first time reading a poem to anybody except for my school.
Aha, well, that would explain your flustered behavior.
And, my school is terrifying, but none of them would critique me. So, here I am doing my first ever slam written poem. I wrote about close to 3 years ago, probably now. Which is terrifying, because 13-year-old me knew nothing. My music just started playing it.
Well, I'm totally willing to believe that the 13-year-old you knew nothing. Somehow, though, I'm not that sure if those 3 years made any difference. But please prove me wrong.
Yeah. Why I need feminism. Feminism, a terrifying word for some. Feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of political, social, and economic equality to men. We are raising our young men that crying is a sign of femininity. We are telling our daughters that boys and girls cannot be friends. We are telling them that hitting a girl is a sign of masculinity and that it shows that boys like girls.
Yeah, the 13-year-old you really did know nothing. That is hereby clearly confirmed. Feminism is not about equality of men and women. I mean, yes, they keep saying that, but everything they do is not. They're about as much for equality as fire is a good thirst quencher. Or lately I found another one, or I saw another one. Someone said feminism is for equality what North Korea is for democracy. I love that one. Anyway, I'm digressing. We do not teach our boys not to cry. Men and women show emotions differently. For a man to cry is different than for a woman to cry. We do not say that boys should hit girls. It's not a sign of masculinity. It's a way of making contact. It's not the best way of making contact, but when you're a certain age, let's say below 10, then yeah, you make different choices. Hell, you're 16 and you still make different choices than you did when you were 13. How come you can't recognize this? This is not about being masculine. This is about being a kid growing up. And we tell our kids that they shouldn't hit anyone. Especially boys. Boys are not allowed to hit anyone. If a girl hits a boy, he's not allowed to hit back. This is not about masculinity. This is about, I don't know, protecting women, perhaps?
Teaching the next generation that abuse is okay. This is why I need feminism. It's a fact that men get raped too is only acknowledged to silence female survivors. You're disgusting.
Yeah, no. Boys don't get taught that it's okay to hit girls. Actually, they get taught it's not okay to hit girls. And this causes girls to recognize and realize that they can hit boys, but they're not allowed to hit back. And yes, men get raped too. This is often used so that women stop calling that they're the only one that are sexually abused. Because, well, factually, they are not. But somehow you see this as taking away from the sex victims on the sides of females. What men are trying to say is we're both victims. We're not at each other's throat because of this. We are both victims. It's feminism that doesn't want to see that. Funny how that goes.
A 13-year-old white girl will wear Brock's braids, and you wear a bindi. One is racism, the other is culture appreciation.
So, done by feminist, good. Done by non-feminist, bad. Yeah? No? I got it.
This is why I need feminism. Let's not forget that men look at black women as objects for their taking. Last year alone, white men raped 9,027 people in the States. Alone.
Now, according to yourself, you made this poem 3 years ago. So, I'm not going to argue the numbers, because I don't see any use of that. But I do have a question about the numbers you're given. Why do you think race is an issue? I mean, there are black men raping women too. There are white women raping men. There are black women raping men. This is, again, just what we said a moment ago. Rape is not just a gendered issue. It's not just a racial issue. Now, unfortunately, you're trying to make it one. So, yes, there are white men raping black women. This is a terrible thing. There's a word for people like that. It's criminal. You're trying to make it sound as if all men are doing this, but it's only 9,000 women that have been raped. That's 9,000 too many. I agree with you on that. But at the same time, feminism keeps pushing the 1 in 5 narrative. And recently, Clementine Ford even made it a 1 in 3 narrative. 9,000 women is not 1 in 3. It's not 1 in 5. Again, don't get me wrong, 1 is too many. But why is it you only see half of the story? And in this case, it's even less than half, because you don't only want to make it gendered, you also want to make it racial. This is weird.
Because your rape jokes are not funny.
How do you know? You never heard my rape jokes.
If she's too young to be wearing that, she's too young to be sexualized. When women are sexually assaulted, we question their personal lives and their clothing choices, yet never ask their attackers to take responsibility.
You see, we do teach our boys not to rape, just like we teach our girls not to rape. Just like we teach our boys and girls not to steal, not to murder, not to do all sorts of things that are, well, criminal behavior, to be honest. This does not mean that there aren't criminals out there that, despite knowing full well that what they do is wrong, are going to do it anyway. So, yeah, there you have
This
it.
is why I need feminism.
Yeah, I think this is where I'm going to cut it short, because I'm sorry, my dear, you do not need feminism, you need a brain. But then again, that makes perfect sense, and therefore I know the award I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a brain. I'm not quite sure, because apparently you have one that's still in perfect condition. I mean, seems to have not seen any use so far, but it might help. I hope it will.
I need feminism because this is not another rape poem. This is me standing up for what I believe and stop telling girls that they are not skinny enough or pretty enough.
Yeah, yeah, a brain seems the best thing for you. I hope you will be able to use it. Try to keep it away from feminism, because it kind of does have a detrimental effect on it. But other than that, you should have fun with it. You really should go, take it out for a spin and see what it can do for you. Okay, and then we are going into our third brilliant mind, so to speak. Let's see where this will lead us.
Okay, so those are my feminist glasses. I do wear glasses in real life, but to tell you the truth, most of the time I'm too vain to put them on.
So, glasses can be feministic? Or do you mean you only wear them when you want the world to know that you're a feminist, even though you should wear glasses, but normally you don't because you're too vain? Huh?
I'd rather bump into someone than to put on my glasses.
So, you rather be a hindrance to other people than to do something that you yourself find a hindrance to you. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
But those feminist glasses, I always wear them. They've actually become part of my eyes, so I don't need to put them on anymore.
So, let me get this straight. You need glasses, but you don't want to wear them because you're too vain. But then in your head you concocted this idea of feminist glasses, which are part of your eyes already, therefore you do not need your glasses anymore. I think I was premature in giving the brain to someone else. I mean, she was definitely not thinking straight, but I can hear you talk, so you must have one, but bloody hell.
Why are those glasses pink, you might ask? Well, first, because I like the color, I really do. And secondly, our social reality is sometimes so depressingly grey, it's nice to add a splash of color to it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't ask that. I don't mind. If you like pink, then wear pink. But the funny thing is, if you think that your world is so grey that you like to add a bit of color, why are you dressed in all black? I mean, you could have used a colorful outfit. That would have contributed color. No, the rims of your glasses are pink. You don't even see them. Well, maybe, but damn, I really gave the brain to the wrong one. I'm so sorry. I feel guilty now.
I often get asked, where did you get those fancy feminist glasses?
I'm sorry. Which one are we talking about now? The imaginary ones you're wearing, which no one can see, or the pink ones on your belt? Um, I don't believe you. I don't think people will ask you, where did you get those pink glasses? No, I'm not buying.
Actually, that's not true. Nobody ever asked me that. Most of the time, people will tell me that they think they're ugly, they're hideous, and they wouldn't be caught dead wearing them.
Okay, so we're talking about the physical object of the purple glasses, not the imaginary feminist glasses you are now wearing. And you're going to admit that you lied, that no one asked you that. That is nice of you, even though you said so just a few seconds ago. And I'm going to bet you just about anything that the ones that are going to tell you they're not going to wear it because they're ugly are women. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right, aren't I?
Well, it's obviously not about the glasses, but about feminism. Gosh, a lot of people really hate feminism. Feminism has become a dirty word.
So your physician tells you you need to wear glasses. You then choose to wear purple glasses. And then you choose not to wear purple glasses because vanity. And then it's all about feminism. I'm pretty sure you had a train of thoughts, and I'm also pretty sure it derailed somewhere, or I can't follow it. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to award you a participation ribbon and be done with it, because this is going to be a very, very painful bit of yeah, sorry, no, I'm not even going to finish that sentence. Well done. And you know what? Just for you, I will see if I can find a purple or pink. A pink participation ribbon. Yes, that will do it, wouldn't it?
And I mean, you could try to do a Taylor Swift and just shake the haters off.
Yeah, no, I understand. You can check them off. I mean, you got yourself your very own pink participation ribbon. Something to be proud of, something to validate you by, I guess. And I support you. And can someone take over for me on this one? I think she needs a nappy or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. This kind of ends the award show. I I am really sorry. I thought this one would be a little bit better. It was a TEDx, and yes, I know TEDx doesn't give me a lot of confidence in humanity, and I really should have waited with giving out the brain. I'm sorry. Only one to give out. I'm sorry. Then again, you're not 16 years old, so you probably. It would probably have been wasted on you anyway. Fair is fair. It's not nice to say, I'm sorry. I mean, you're going to have to be a dribbling. You're not dribbling. No, sorry, dear. I didn't mean you were dribbling. Um, you get the general direction I was going with this, and I'm sorry if it offended you. And maybe you needn't be offended. And here's my apology. And one more thing: don't be such an idiot. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And yes, I know this is all because Tom needed some more content. And I made this. I mean, me. Shill. Criticism, as always, is more than welcome. If you like this, subscribe to Tom's channel or to mine. But my channel isn't here, but I'm sure he'll probably put a link somewhere or basically tell you where not to go. But yeah, you should subscribe to Tom as well, because his movies are brilliant too, differently than mine, funny enough. I think he's funnier than I am, even though I really tried my best to be funny in this one. I probably failed at that. No, I didn't, but it's nice to say or something. I don't know. Thank you for watching, and as I said, like, subscribe, share, and see you next time.